Hey Collective, Starseed, Lightworker, Twin Flame and Soulmates. I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's Collective Tarot Love Reading. Now we're just going to jump straight in there and see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. So let's go. Okay, alright. So you have the Devil card and you are coming in with the Sun card. Now just before I bust a move, I just like to say I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Interested? Check the details in the description box below. So let's get into this, So I just need to break these down and just bear with me here as I deep dive and connect the dots for you. Now coming in with the Devil card is associated to Capricorn. Capricorn's ruling planet here is Saturn. At this point in time, Saturn is actually in Pisces. Okay? And Saturn also rules your 10th house. And it talks about how you're recognized here. Okay, just bear with me here because there's a lot more that I want to explain here. Now, coming in with the Sun card is associated to Leo, and it's Leo's ruling planet. Now, the Sun card also rules the 5th house, which talks about creativity and pleasure here. Now, I need to break down these cards because there are two ways. Well, I even need to break those two ways down here, Collective, to explain what's happening here. So bear with me, because this may go in a roundabout way. Now, coming in with the Devil card, first off the bat, it can talk about negative attachments. It can talk about toxic behavior, negative patterns of thinking, and negative emotions here. See, what it also talks about here in your reading is fear. The fear to be seen, the fear to be different. Here, the fear to come out of a comfort zone. Because it's easier to stay in a comfort zone and stay in that fear than it is to be judged. Than it is to be seen here, than it is to walk away from negative patterns and habits, because it becomes a comfort zone. Here, I'm comfortable with that. I don't see it as a problem here. Now, coming in with the Sun card, what it talks about there is that you see what makes you happy. You see what makes you happy. This is both you and your person here. Most people know what makes them happy. They see it here. But in order to go towards what makes you happy here, one must come out of a comfort zone first. Hence why I spoke about negative attachments here. Because in natural fact, what it talks about here, another way of seeing these two cards is, if you want to make positive changes in your life, you're going to have to work your ass off here. First, you have to confront and face here your own negative attachments, and then you have to work hard out here, Collective, to go towards your happiness here. Because coming in with the Devil card, if you don't, it's easy to get pulled back into a past way of doing things. It's easy to give up, and the devil loves that here. Yeah, literally, you would say, one could say your person sees you and you attract your person's attention here, and they see you as their happiness here. But coming in with the Devil card, there is still negative attachments here. The negative attachments haven't been dealt with They are still there. And why they are still there is because it's so, for both you and your person, it's so hard to come out of that. It's so hard to walk away from, let's say, eating chocolate here. Because I've always eaten chocolate to avoid and ignore things that trigger me. But what you're reading is also talking about coming in with the Sun card is that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not as effective. That chocolate, and you connect the dots here, that chocolate is not as effective as it was in the beginning. And what I mean there is that you use the chocolate, once again, to avoid and ignore the truth about yourself and your reality. And what I mean there, to break it down even further, is to confront and face a past painful and hurtful memory. So, coming in with the chocolate bar, once again, what it talks about there is that you only needed it, let's say, once every 3 weeks. Then you needed it every 2 weeks. Then you needed it every week. Then every day. Then 3 times a day. Now you're eating that chocolate 6 times a day. Now you just eat the chocolate constantly. Can you see where the pattern and habit is coming in here? Hence the devil card coming in, which is why you have to override the program, because what it talks about here, first, one must confront and face the truth about why they eat the chocolate, what are they avoiding. This is both you and your person. Then you need to override that fear, and then you need to build your dreams here. Because what it talks about here, the positive side here to the devil card, all cards have a positive and negative here. The positive side to the devil card is working really hard here, working your ass off here in your reading to build change, to have that strength. But these changes here coming in with the Sun card is actually yourself. It's about you being happy here. See, for your person and yourself here, you see your person as your happiness here. Now you have to go towards your person. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong about that here, collective, but you need the strength and courage to do that. And where do you find that strength and courage? You find that strength and courage within yourself here by, it's like release and transmute those negative emotions, patterns of thinking, and toxic patterns of behaving. And this is all about self here. If you want it, you can have it. That's what it's saying. But it's not going to be given to you on a platter. Now, in 2005, in terms of the planetary alignments at this point in time, in the early part of the year, what it talks about there is that now's the time to plant some positive seeds of change here. But coming in with Saturn here, the devil card, one must cultivate these seedlings here. It's about cultivating these seeds over time. Changes aren't just going to happen like that here in your reading. If you want this here, mind over matter, if you are determined here, this is both you and your person, then go for it. But know it's going to require a hell of a lot of work here. And the work, like I said, the work is about you. Because you eat the chocolate 6 times a day here, or even more than that, this is both you and your person, that needs to change here. So why do you eat the chocolate? It's about here, get real in your approach to what you are wanting to build. because you can if you are willing to do the work here. Is it a 9 to 5 job? Well, really, are you happy with that job? That's what it talks about here. Does it make you happy? Or is it just a means to an end? Are you doing what you love to do? See, the Sun card coming in here, it's all about doing what you love to do. Yeah, to take the action, to come out of a comfort zone, the fear to face judgment here. To come away from that fear of judgment, of being seen as different here, coming in with the Devil card. It's about being selfless here. And determined, ambitious. You're coming in with the Devil card, you're coming in with ruthlessness here. And that's all about yourself. You, of course, you would say the chocolate makes you happy, but only for, you know that it will only make you happy for a time here, a small amount of time, especially if you're eating it 6 times a day, if you're taking it 6 times a day here. It's about new growth. Here it's about planting some positive seeds here, as opposed to staying in the program, staying in your fear here and planting negative seeds of doubt about yourself. That's what it talks about there. Yeah. You can't take a day off. You can't take a day off because you're tired here. In a sense, here, collective, as long as you're doing what you love to do here. You can't take a day off and say, right, I'm going to have some chocolate here and then I'm going to get back into it tomorrow. That's not going to help you because you're still in the past program and you're still in that fear here. This is both you and your person. See, you've got to hold fast to this. What do you want? Because, like I said, with the way in which the planets are aligning at this time, there is going to be some tests here. There are going to be some obstacles here in your reading. All right? Which is why you come in with the Devil card, because it is the most hard-working sign in the tarot. And Capricorn is the most hardest working star sign in the tarot here. So what you were wanting to achieve in life, you have to work for it. That's what I'm getting. All right. Now you were coming in with the 9 of Pentacles. You were coming in with the World card. And you were also coming in with the 4 of Cups. With these cards coming in here, these cards are talking about a huge realization here. The realization here is the amount of work that I need to do on myself, just how hard this is going to be. That's what I'm getting with these cards here. And it also, the realization that I haven't done enough. I just haven't worked for it here. I'm still in that fear. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, of course, I can say both you and your person see each other as the one, as a wish fulfillment. I mean, literally, coming in with the Devil card and the Sun card, I see it here. Most people will interpret that as how your person sees you here. But in actual fact, what this talks about here, it talks about the comfort zone. It talks about why you and your person haven't taken the action yet, and the realization that you haven't taken the action yet. But this action has to do with oneself. And I spoke about that coming in with these 2 cards here. To be independent here. To come away from the program here, collective. Yeah, of course you see each other as the 9 of Pentacles, but are you the 9 of Pentacles? That's what it's saying. Because this fear element that both you and your person have, that fear of being different, that fear of being seen as different here, has been an ongoing cycle, hence the chocolate. Eating the chocolate, coming in with the Four of Cups. Because what the Four of Cups is talking about here in your reading, it's actually talking about why you eat the chocolate, what it is that you're avoiding here. And what it talks about there is a past painful and hurtful memory. And most people don't know how to overcome that. Most people don't know how to release that experience. It can be quite traumatic here. And so you hold on to it, or you build upon it here. Okay? But what I get here in your reading is that for both you and your person, you realize it now. You realize what's holding you back. And you realize what you are truly wanting. That's what I'm getting here. See, it comes in as, for both you and your person, you've worked really hard in the program here, in terms of tradition and religion. You've worked really hard to build a life for yourself here. But what it also talks about here is that there are cracks in this foundation, but those cracks are about yourself and how you feel about yourself. And so, in terms of the foundation here, it doesn't make you happy. That's what I'm getting. See, the chocolate can be seen as material possessions here. It can be seen as a social clique, social status here. That's how these two cards are coming in, especially if you're coming in with the Devil card and the Sun card. Now, what it also talks about here in your reading is the want for a new cycle. This is both you and your person wanting a new cycle, and you are planting positive seeds of change. It's like, I don't want to go back to that past program. I don't want to go back to that comfort zone. If I have to work my ass off to stay out of the comfort zone, then I am going to work my ass off to stay out of the comfort zone. Because I want my independence. I want my freedom here. The freedom to make or to build what I want to build for me. You're coming in, I want to be doing something creative here. And so what it also talks about here in your reading is that, yeah, I had to override the program. I had to overcome my fear. I had to face judgment, blame here, rejection, abandonment and neglect here. I had to face the truth about myself here and my reality. That I had negative attachments. That's kind of how these cards are also coming in. So yes, there is a positive and there is a negative side to these cards. See, because it talks about coming out of one cycle and wanting to go into another cycle. The Nine of Pentacles here. All right, let me keep going here. And so we're going to come in with the next steps here. Next steps, what may happen next here. So you have the High Priestess, you have the Moon card, and you are also coming in with the Ace of Cups. Now the High Priestess is associated to both Cancer and Pisces, hence the Moon card. Now the Moon card is going into Leo. We're going to have a full moon soon, and there are going to be some really intense changes that are happening there. Okay, now you are coming in with the Ace of Cups here in your reading, and so what I get here, collective, is that it's talking about here the work that you are up to, coming in as with the High Priestess here, is that you're actually working your ass off. That's what it's saying. To override the program, to come out of fear here. Now, when you're coming in with the Moon card rules your fourth house, and the Moon card talks about your private life here. Now, the Moon card is also in Cancer at this time. And so what it talks about there, collective, is once again, because the Moon card is still in, no, it's indirect now because it's moving into Leo. It should be in Leo in the next couple of days here, by the end of the week, the end of next week here. All right, it's around about the 12th and the 13th. And so what it talks about there in your reading, you know, coming in with the Ace of Cups, you're talking about doing the things that you love to do here, filling up your cup of love here. See, this is coming in as you've already faced the Four of Cups here. It's something along those lines here, collective. But at this point in time, it's all about the Ace of Cups here. And the potential of that outcome here. It does talk about here planting some positive seeds, cultivating those positive seeds here. I just get here, you working your ass off. You're working extremely hard here, collective, to come out of the program. But what I do get here in terms of your person, I get a realization here that they are still in the program. There's a wake-up call here for your person. So what do they want here? See, this is coming in as you loving what you love to do. You're doing what you love to do here. You're coming in with following those intuitive nudges here. You're coming in with trust in terms of the Ace of Cups here. That's what it's saying. Trusting in yourself and the universe. That's what I'm getting here. And you know, here in your reading, you have to work for it. You have to work hard for it here. All right, so we're going to come in with the advice here. You have the Nine of Swords, and you are coming in with the Nine of Wands. You also have the Nine of Pentacles here. That is 3 nines, 999. You may want to check that out, angel numbers here, collective. It is all about self here. Okay. Now, coming in with the Nine of Swords, what it talks about there in your reading is that, of course, there is still a fear, the fear of judgment here, okay, in terms of the Nine of Swords. But this Nine of Swords could actually be your person here, collective. And like I said, in terms of the Devil card, this is actually coming in as the negative side of the Devil card, even the Nine of Wands here. Yeah, it's making that conscious effort here to change here in your reading, but there is so much work that your person has to do here. See, I get here for your person, they've been hurt. They've been hurt big time here, big time. It's a past painful and hurtful memory for your person. And I was getting Chiron when I first started your reading. That was the message that I got here. And coming in with the Nine of Wands, it definitely spoke about that. Now, Chiron is actually in Aries at this point in time. See, what it talks about there with the Nine of Swords for your person, it's really unsettling to face that past pain, hurt and fear. It is for your person. That's what I'm getting. But in terms of where you are and where your person is, because you worked hard for it, that's what I'm getting. And you're still working hard for it here. To love, to have the freedom to love, to be independent, to love what you want to love here, to create here. It's not just about a person. You're coming in with an endeavour here. You're coming in with doing the things that you love to do. That's what I'm getting. See, you're both in love with each other here. See, once again, you're coming in with you're at different parts of your guys' journey. That's what I'm getting. All right. Okay, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, Collective. And I'll catch you later. Bye.